Good morning. Starting off day 86 at mile 1090. Many thanks to Adam for dropping me off here. It's a little after 6 in the rain. Got my poncho. Let's make some miles and get to the halfway point. Mile 1090. Good advertisement. 1, 2, 3, 4 white blaze. I'm gonna call this the first view of the morning. I wonder if you can hear the power lines. Is there a bunch of beer foam in there? Mile 1091, and been hiking for just under half an hour. Trail conditions pretty nice, not too rocky. I'm gonna set a goal for myself to not kick a rock today. I was on the trail less than a half a mile yesterday, and my big toe decided to find a rock and kick it again. So maybe my big toe is getting used to kicking rocks because it doesn't hurt as much. So I'm grateful for that. But every time I kick a rock, ouchie. So, and there's so many other things that can happen. Fall, twist an ankle out here. So you just walking a path, but doing everything I can to remain ambulatory. Mile 1092nd. And that instantly reminds me of the 1092nd Engineer Battalion out of West Virginia that was replaced by the 276 Engineer Battalion out of Virginia. And you got to meet Pete. He was the company commander for Charlie Company, 1092nd. Great unit, great battalion. Those guys, they went into Iraq with no idea what to expect, how long they were going to be there. Just lots of unknowns. But when you're dealing with unknowns, focus on what you do know. Focus on things that are concrete, and don't get spun up in things you don't know. So today, I know I'm going to hit the halfway point. I'm going to eat some ice cream. I know that. It's going to happen. What I don't know is what day I'll get to Maine. I'll get there eventually. I just don't know. I'm not focused on that. Short-term objectives lead to achieving long-term goals. But nonetheless, this mile's for the 1092nd Engineer Battalion out of West Virginia. I'll add Mountain Roundup. If you know, you know. If you were in Virginia, it was Grazing Herd. Mile 1093. So I'll explain the Grazing Herd / Mountain Roundup. In the Virginia Guard, they had this term called Grazing Herd in the 90s, and this is before cell phones and email and whatnot. Do alert notification. Everybody needs to confirm their contact information, so they would say Grazing Herd, and everybody would call up members of their squad or platoon or company and confirm contact information, because sometimes you'd get called to state active duty, which I did 2 big ones. I told you about the one in Glasgow, and then I did one in Surrey and West Point after Hurricane Isabel in October 2003. Spent 7 days clearing roads. Might as well have worked for VDOT at the time. That was a pretty cool gig. But yeah, the National Guard, part-time job, full-time responsibility. Ridge Road. I'm looking for the breakaway points on that rock. Here's a rock. I think I'll enjoy second breakfast. Got a great spot to sit. Took some coffee, and second breakfast is last night's dinner. Kung Pao for the win. Second breakfast, done. Kung Pao for the win. Millsburn cabin, available for rent through the PATC to the public. Looks kind of cool. Mile 1094. So I just had to pull over and dig a cat hole. But while I was doing my business, got to see the first hiker of the day. So had to push the pause button. So I went too far off the trail. Yeah, but nothing he could do about it. He walked right by, said good morning. But a couple of months ago, I was at a privy, the groundhog shelter just outside the Smokies. And there was a trail from the shelter to the campsite that went to the privy, and then also kind of like a detour trail. Well, this one guy decides to take the trail that goes from the shelter right past the privy to the campsites. And he knew I was in there. And it literally goes right next to it. And, that afternoon I'd said something to him about it. He's like, well, I didn't make eye contact. I'm like, that's not the point. Mile 1095. Coming up on Birch Run Shelter, and this thing looks brand new. Nice roof, gutter with downspouts, bunks. Oh, and look, they even have a wire up there. Got a bear pole. Nice camp spots. And Town Run Shelter 6.3. Back on the AT. Mile 1096. Nice stream, nice bridge. Cool information board highlighting Earl Schaefer. He hiked it in 1948 and 1998. And don't hurt the rattlesnakes. Good job, PATC. Mile 1098. Mile 1097. 10 o'clock, 8.7. Elusive. So I'm past the halfway point. There wasn't any physical marker on the ground, so taking a picture of just some sticks, some rocks, wouldn't be too meaningful. Anyways, nonetheless, halfway there, halfway done. Still have quite a bit to do. Long-term goals aren't accomplished very quickly. It takes persistence, hard work. 2 rules that I follow. Do your homework and show up. Everything else will fall into place. And if you got some time, just Google search A Message to Garcia by Elbert Hubbard. I think it was 1898. Great lesson on taking initiative and doing your homework by yourself, not getting somebody else to do it, like ChatGPT. If you have a meeting to go to or some event to go to, and and nobody's provided you with any specific instructions, ask yourself the question, what do I need to do to prepare? Even if it's just, I just want you to show up. Learn about what it is you're getting into. Whether it's just an informational meeting, or you're gonna hike the Appalachian Trail, or try and get a degree or something like that. Do your homework. Rule 1, show up. Rule 2, everything will fall into place. So here is a sign designated the midpoint. You know, they say 2,190 plus or minus miles, but the trail changes every year. So at least they have a marker here. And the half-gallon ice cream challenge. I'm gonna take advantage of that. 6 miles to go. Mile 1,100. Mile 1,101. Mile 1,102. Entering the Tom's Run shelter area. Got a nice bear pole, a split firewood, Adirondack chairs. Nice. That was a great little break at that shelter. Took my shoes and socks off, dried out my feet. About 4 miles to index for the day, but gonna visit the museum and eat some ice cream. So just sauntering at the moment. Look at the black snake. Good for rodent population control. Mile 1103. Mile 1104. Being very careful with these rocks. Mile 1,105. Less than a mile to ice cream. Coming up on Pennsylvania Route 233. AT, Georgia to Maine. All right, so I understand we gotta do a little road walking here. Walk facing traffic. Made it across the road. Pine Grove Furnace General Store. Pine Grove Furnace General Store. I guess this is it. Hey, look who I ran into here. This is Hazel, and she was the third person with the Codgers in 2023 when I DNF'd. They kept on going. So super to meet you, Hazel.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, all right.
Okay, go.
All right, so I finished the French vanilla. See, it's gone. And then raspberry, last bite. 36-36.
Damn. Wow.
All right.
Crushed me.
So super cool doing my half-gallon challenge with Mountain Goat, Hazel. But she's going to finish up her Triple Crown this year. I didn't know that she did the Continental Divide Trail last year, and telling me stories of being by herself for 3 days alone on the Continental Divide, seeing grizzly bears, moose. Her favorite part of the trail was Glacier National Park. So Continental Divide Trail, much different than the AT. So she's halfway done with the AT.
Yeah, finally.
And you got to go to the American Long Distance Hiker Association meeting this fall and get your Triple Crown award. So I don't think I'll see you again, Hazel, because you're a fast mover. I can't believe I caught her. But congratulations on your Triple Crown. Great sitting here and great getting to know you personally.
Yeah.
So I completed the half-gallon challenge in 36 minutes and 36 seconds on June 10th, and I have a wooden spoon to show for it. So in addition to getting a wood spoon, you get to put your name up on this chart. So
Oh, did I give you your spoon?
there's mine. Gonna go check out the AT Museum. So I may be the mile marker, but this guy is the blaze marker. 80,900 blazes. So I'm at the AT Museum. This is Grandma Gatewood's gear, her kids, her knapsack, guidebook, and look, she got a signed book from Ed Garvey. And I mentioned Ed Garvey, I highlighted the Ed Garvey shelter. Some people don't know what a Sierra Cup is, but that's a Sierra Cup right there, and that's Ed Garvey's book right there. I think H has got a signed book from Ed Garvey. Here's an old Mount Katahdin Baxter Peak Summit sign that was replaced. Finishing up the hiking day, 16 miles, started around 6:30 and got to the general store around 1:30. That ice cream is sitting with me right now. Finishing up day 86 on the Appalachian Trail at Mother Puma's house. Interesting thing about her is she edits the AT AWOL guide for this area. So she knows quite a bit about the Pennsylvania rocks and where they are and where they aren't. But great day, you know, past the halfway point, did the half-gallon challenge, and really cool meeting Hazel, you know, of the codger fame. She's getting after it. I'm surprised I was able to catch her. And then finally going to the museum and then meeting up with Mother Puma and talking AT stories. Mile marker signing out.